Hello, and welcome back to Future Stars Hands-on STEM. Welcome back to Future Stars Hands-on STEM for today's activity that will be a simple home activity, which is called a indoor slingshot or marshmallow slingshot, where you're able to put marshmallows inside and shoot them. And I just realized I forgot the marshmallow, so I'll be right back. Marshmallows. So most kids like the marshmallow slingshot because they get to eat them, but I always tell them not to eat them because they are dirty once you start putting your hands on them. So I have 3 marshmallows. So the activity will call for 2 toilet paper rolls, which everybody should have plenty of these because toilet paper is sold out in the store. So just save the rolls when you're finished and you can make this activity. We have rubber bands, we have pencils. So these are little golf pencils, but if you just cut a pencil in half, you would be able to achieve the same thing with the pencils. I have a hole puncher because we're gonna have to punch a couple holes, pair of scissors to cut, and of course, the lovely duct tape. Duct tape, you can never go wrong. Duct tape holds everything together. So I'm gonna do the basic one first, which is the toilet paper rolls, which we all have fun with that. But then I'm going to do the bigger one with the paper towel rolls, which from what I understand, paper towel is sold out in stores too. So you can have fun with these. These ones will hold more marshmallows. So we will start with one. So we need to get them inside of each other. So the first thing I'm going to do is just to cut straight up one of the toilet paper rolls. That's simple. So now you have it and it's cut the long way in half. So we're gonna need some duct tape, and we're gonna cut a piece off to make it a little bit easier for me. And just set that to the side. So what we're going to do is we want to roll it into itself, and then we're going to tape it. One thing you could do is you could, when you roll it, you can see if the marshmallow, I placed the marshmallow sideways. If you do it this way, it's going to fall in or get stuck. So I always guesstimate how far to roll it in with the marshmallow. And then we're going to hold it, and then we're going to just simply tape it. Tape it down. Oops. Simply just put the tape, roll it up in there, and you just tape it. So now you have your inside cylinder that can now go inside. So they slide inside of each other. So the next step, I want to make sure the tape is all on there good. And as you can see, I always buy the colorful duct tape because kids have more fun with it instead of the plain gray tape. Just getting color tape to add some fun to their activity. So now you have the 3-hole puncher. So you're gonna punch a hole about ½ an inch up. If you go too far to the bottom, then what'll happen is sometimes it'll rip because the kids will be pulling so far. So you wanna go far enough up so that it doesn't eventually rip. So we're gonna just eyeball it because you know that's what I do. I don't measure very often because I've done these so many times, and just squeeze it in. So now you have the hole. So what most likely is gonna happen is the pencil is not going to fit just because, so you can twirl it, but what I do is I'll usually take the hole puncher again and do like another half of a hole right next to the current hole, so then you get a little bit of a bigger hole. Now the pencil will slide through. So you can slide the pencil through and you can twirl it, and it's going to write on the other side. So then on the inside, I'll be able to see my mark where I need to do my other hole. So then I go, and this side will be a little harder because that's where you just rolled it over and you also did the duct tape. So it'll make it a little harder to happen. So, of course, get a call in the middle of a live feed. That's the way it goes. So double it again. So now we have our pencil and it will slide all the way through. So you have the first part done. So now you have your second one and you need to make the slits at the top for the rubber band, which is your power source. So you're gonna take the scissors, a couple of slits at the top, one right there, and one right next to it. So then you have that little, then you just go evenly across to that one and to that one. So now one rubber band goes on this side and the other rubber band goes on this side. And then you slide it in, pull the rubber band down, and you now have our marshmallow slingshot. So let's see, because you know we're live. Will this work? There it goes. So that's the shorter version. So I know, like I said, that some kids like the bigger ones. So I'll show you how to do the bigger one, which is pretty much the same. It's not a lot of difference to it. So we're just going to cut the bigger one straight up the middle. But the bigger one, I will say, you get further distance when you shoot your marshmallow, and you can shoot more than one marshmallow at a time. So we're going to go ahead and get some duct tape. And I'm going to cut this in half so that it's easier for me to put it on instead of trying to do one big piece, to make it a little simpler. So we'll squeeze this again. So you're squeezing it. And then we're going to check the marshmallow. It sits on top. If not this way, it falls right on through. So you always would want to turn it sideways. You can also use ping pong balls because they don't hurt too bad. You can also use balled up paper towel or paper, just anything, but you know, always use the marshmallows because the kids have fun with the marshmallows, just because it's something different and it's playing with food, and you know how kids like to play with food. So it's that. So now we have a longer version. So back to the same concept is going to put a hole in on one side and kind of do a hole in half. Take my pencil, push it through, and it's going to twirl it in there so that it leaves a pencil mark on the other side. Now I'm going to slide the hole puncher in and go for another 2 holes, hole and a half. And then we slide the pencil on through and we have the bigger one. So then we're going to do the rubber bands for this one. So same thing. We're just going to cut a little bit, cut a little bit, go across, line it up, straight across, cut another one. So the difference with this one is if you stick one rubber band on here, it's not going to reach down. So what I do is I take 2 rubber bands and I'm going to tie them together in a little knot. So you have 2 rubber bands tied together, and now it will allow the rubber band to go all the way down to where the pencil is going to be at the bottom. So now it will fit on there. You line it up so it now fits on there. So 2 rubber bands, 2 rubber bands, tie it into a knot, pull it on through. So we get the longer rubber bands, and then we're going to slide it on in and then pull it on down. And now So because it's longer, I'm gonna pull it down and I can get 2 in there and I'm gonna shoot it. Haha. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this activity. Like I said, indoor slingshots, you can find it online. Like I said, I call it Marshmallow Slingshots. It's fun, it's super energetic for the kids. And you can start a marshmallow war at home and nobody will be hurt. Everybody will be safe. And it's just fun. Because as adults, we have just as much fun as the kids. So hope you make these. Like I said, you all should have plenty of toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls right now. And it's simple activity. So enjoy, have fun. I will see you next time. I'm going to try to shoot for Thursday around lunchtime again. If it's not Thursday at lunchtime, it will be Thursday after I get off work. So thanks for watching. See you next time.